Southern California has a new modern home for NFL football, and it is this place, wondrous SoFi Stadium here in Inglewood. Today, we start the new season with an AFC West Division battle right out of the gate between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Los Angeles Chargers. Get strapped in. It's just about time to get the party started. And we are underway in Southern California. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. Throwing first play is Herbert. His throw complete right side to the tight end Parham. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. That's a pickup of 11 and a first down on their first offensive play.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
Complete to Mike Williams. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Allen, the man in motion right. They'll run for the first time with Austin Eckler. And he's got some space here. And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 14-yard line. 42 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season. A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Now it's Herbert. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game, but in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. First carry for the former Pro Bowler, Josh Jacobs. Only a yard on the pickup, so a good situation on 2nd and 2. It's now 3rd and 1.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Carr to throw on 3rd and 1. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
Yeah, that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the auspicious beginning to the season, a first drive turnover. Now they'll try again here, 1st and 10. Yeah, boy, now you see him, now you don't. Excellent move, nice run, winds up getting about 6. From the 31, Carr. Got a man open, it's Darren Waller. Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. On the handoff, this is Jacobs. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28. And that's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, here comes Jacobs. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
Carr now on 1st down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And, partner, I think this is where... in the NFL separate themselves from the rest of the pack because there's still 3 full quarters left in this one. More than enough time to move past a pair of early mistakes and find a way to lead your team to a win. Mental resiliency, a characteristic every NFL team's looking for in their quarterback.
Here's Eckler to begin the drive. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Herbert. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. He was looking for Mike Williams that time, and it's 3rd down.
Not sure what happened there, but he just didn't get the right read on the coverage that time. Pass wasn't where it needed to be, and that'll send them back to the drawing board.
They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Open man, Parham. He's got him. And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
On 1st down, Justin Herbert. That's complete to John Ross. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
On 2nd and 10, Herbert. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. They get 6. That'll leave him with 3rd and 4. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Herbert throwing again. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
Running their plays over and over during the week can often get robotic for an offense, but on game day they can often flow smoothly, as that one just did.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And he's got it down to the 28.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Got his man. It's Williams. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 17-yard line. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
On 2nd and 7, Herbert to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Austin Eckler, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
A first throw for the backup, Rosen. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes.
Oh, looking for water, but this is intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They'll start following the interception in great field position at the 45.
After the turnover, here's Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Eckler now between the tackles. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders will take over possession here up at the 44. So that potentially an important takeaway here in this second quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Rosen, he finds his man, complete. That's Jacobs. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as he'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Now Rosen. Same target. It's Jacobs again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Rosen will throw. Got a man. It's Darren Waller. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Rosen. Throw left side, taken in by Renfro. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds, right at the 3. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Josh Jacobs, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Raiders are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Chargers 21, Raiders 7.
On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. And with a 21-7 lead already in their hip pocket, probably not a time to get too creative or inventive here. We'll see. They started on the ground with Eckler. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football.
So the first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
After the interception, here's Rosen. And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rosen, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. Past the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, L.A.
Well, Charles, not only did they fumble the football, but they're starting to fumble away their chances here a little bit. We've got a 3-score ball game now here in the first half.
And the last thing you want to do, partner, is help the other team with what are avoidable turnovers. You want to hang on to the football because you're already playing against a good team. You're just making it easier for them by giving them extra opportunities.
From the 6. And he's going to go out of bounds on the return. He won't even get this thing back to the 10-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. Rosen on 1st and 10. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety.
I have to think the sooner halftime can get here for them, the better, because that first half has been rough. And that safety, it only adds to their issues. The other sideline, though, I think they're fine if we just skip the break and keep playing.
So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. And now it's Rosen looking. Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
On 3rd down, Rosen. Oh, looking for Waller, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Well, I certainly think that we're seeing a big reason why this team has struggled to put points on the board so far, because too many of their drives have ended in turnovers already, and we still have almost a full half of football yet to play.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
And the slot man goes in motion left. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams, 33 yards. And the Chargers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week 1 is going to play out.
but for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Here's Rosen to throw. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Multiple players getting home there, and it's a loss of 2 on the sack.
Here's A.J. Cole now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones.
Chandler Jones is now over 100 sacks in his career and has had at least 10 in each of his last 7 full seasons. Las Vegas, they got real good, real fast when they landed him in the offseason.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. And they'll send the slot in motion left. After the sack on first down, Herbert. On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Duron Harmon.
And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the 3rd quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays. I think we can all understand what they're thinking right now. They take over the ball in field goal range after the turnover, so they've got that in their hip pocket. But they've got to go for the end zone and turn this into a bigger point. Their thinking is a touchdown.
Touchdown, Raiders. Davante Adams, 28 yards.
And the Raiders take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. This is a counter play. Eckler. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. And they're going to go jet sweep here. This is Ross with it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down.
I think the reason this play is so successful is not just the blocking at the point of attack, but how about the speed at which he takes the handoff? He's in motion already, so he's not coming from a flat start like a running back often is. He's at a full run by the
nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Jerry Tillery. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Herbert. He finds the speedster Ross. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 38-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Draw play. It's Eckler.
To the 36-yard line. Stop there.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. Tackled that time by Sidney Jones.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
It's Eckler again. And he is going to lose yardage here. 3rd down just got a lot tougher. That will officially go as a loss of 7.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights? That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on him. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
He finds his receiver Williams for a Charger touchdown.
Mike Williams.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Chargers are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this 3rd quarter.
Extra point attempt to come here. And the lead is now an even 30. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
A short kick taken at the 18.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rosen. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Khalil Mack, the outside linebacker, coming up to drop him for a loss of a full 10 yards.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man, that's Renfro. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Here we go. It's Rosen on 4th down. He's got the connection to Cole Beasley.
And he is going to have a Raiders 1st down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Rosen. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now Rosen looking to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Khalil Mack in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They'll try and throw forward with Rosen. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Bryce Callahan.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Out of the gun, Eckler running it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
82 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down.
And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Chargers on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
They'll run here with Spiller. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Well, CD, I mean, simply put, if anyone around the league wasn't paying attention to them to start the season, they will be heading into week 2. This has been an impressive week 1 performance.
They've certainly announced that they are ready to go, haven't they? They wanted to send a message out to the rest of the league. You better put your eyes on us. We may be someone you have to reckon with.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Fielded right around the 8. And nowhere to go. He only makes it to the 5.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
He hits Adams complete. And they work this out past the 25. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw on first down with Josh Rosen. His throw incomplete.
Oh, I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Rosen, Renfro bringing it in over the middle. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Raiders are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Wow, so wipe out the INT roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Now it's Rosen. Looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now, fourth quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to put some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Rosen's throw taken in by Adams.
And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Rosen to throw again. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
This opening game has certainly not gone their way to this point, but yeah, that touchdown may be a glimmer of hope for the long season ahead.
And no one in this league likes to talk about moral victories. No one likes to really just say, okay, well, maybe something went right. But you're exactly right about that. A little glimmer there. Maybe they can carry it over moving forward.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So a big play as it gets them all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And they're going to get him. He's sacked back around the 28.
Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right?